Hello everybody, welcome back, and in this video I will be reviewing the HP G4-1117DX. To start us out, I will be talking about the inside of the computer and moving my way out. The first part is the processor. The processor is an AMD A4 3300M APU processor. It clocks out at a 1.9 gigahertz rating. Unless the computer sees that it needs more, then it will jump to a 2.4 gigahertz rating, and that mainly comes out if you are using a like a really CPU intensive game, or you're doing a lot of video editing or something like that. Moving on, it has an HD AMD Radeon graphics card. Actually built into the processor is a G4-6480G. It is very, very nice HD mobile graphics card. The computer comes with a 64-bit OS running Windows 7 Home Premium with Service Pack 1 pre-installed. It comes with 4 gigs of RAM, but the motherboard is capable of holding 8 gigabytes of RAM. It is an HP, so I definitely trust everything that they're saying. And HP is definitely a reliable company. I definitely recommend it to everybody I talk to that wants to buy a laptop. The cost at Best Buy, which is where I bought mine, is $379.99. With tax, it's between $401 and $402 in Maryland, which is 6% sales tax. There is a 6-cell lithium-ion battery that comes with the computer. You can buy a better one on HP, but that comes at an extra cost, obviously. It comes with a 65-watt AC power adapter. It is the AC to DC adapter. It has the box on it and everything. The resolution is 1366 by 768, which is HD. It's not full HD, which would be 1920 by 1080, but it is HD. It is 720 HD. It is LED backlit. It comes with a built-in webcam and microphone. It has a multi-card reader on the left-hand side. It has 3 USB 2.0 ports, 2 on the left-hand side and 1 on the right-hand side. It is a built-in 802.11 BG&N wireless card built in, which means you can use the best wireless depending on how great your accommodations are. It also has a 10100 base T Ethernet LAN, which is on the left-hand side is the port for that, and it is not gigabit. But because it's a laptop and most people do not use Ethernet, they did not think it would be useful to put in a gigabit Ethernet card, which would raise the price. The computer is 4.7 pounds and 1.4 inches thin. And lastly, the multi-format. It has a multi-format DVD, rewritable CD rewritable with a double layer support, which means you can write double layer discs, which allows you to fit a lot more stuff on it. So to recap, the AMD processor and graphics card are built into one. It is a wonderful graphics card. Minecraft and all those different games play wonderfully on this computer. I have no complaints about how it works, the speed of it, or anything. Excuse me. I have a 4 gigs RAM in there right now. I am looking at buying 8 or 4 more to complete my 8. I would recommend, if you know what you're doing, to buy the 8 gigs of RAM, new 8 gigs of RAM. The 4 gigs that are in there are not the best RAM, and they put them in the secondary slot, not the first slot, which very much confused me. But if you know what you're doing, feel free to do that. If you don't, I would not recommend trying to do that, because you could end up really extremely messing something up. And it comes with a wonderful battery. The battery life lasts around 4 hours, give or take, depending on what you're doing. If you're playing like Minecraft or Call of Duty or whatever game you would like to play, it's going to drop it a lot. It'll drop it maybe to like an hour, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours if you're lucky. But most of the time, if you're just doing basic word processing and internet browsing or reading your emails, it should last you around 4 hours. Built-in webcam is not very good. It's, I believe, a 2.4 megapixel camera, which is really not good at all. So I would not recommend it for recording. If you've noticed, I use a external HD It's the 4110. It's 13 megapixel HD webcam. It's 1080p. It's amazing. It's made by HP. Actually, I bought it at Best Buy. It's $79.99, I believe. It was definitely worth the money for a webcam, but I still would recommend, if you're going to do a lot of filming, to buy a webcam, or not a webcam, to actually buy a legitimate a legitimate camera. So, other than that, the screen is very, very, very clear. It is wonderful. I have no complaints about the screen resolution. I can watch HD YouTube videos with no problem at all. 3 USB ports is plenty. I've never needed more than 2. If you do need more, you can buy a hub for that purpose. I was using the base Ethernet LAN today. Even though it's only 100, you don't really need the gigabit because you're not trying to shove too much stuff down the pipe. And for those of you who don't know what 10-100 and then gigabit, which is 1,000, means, it's basically how big the tube is you're shoving all your information through. So unless you're trying to do a lot of really, like, Call of Duty, online Call of Duty, you're hosting the room and everything, you will not have any trouble with that. A lot of internet service providers will not even give gigabit through their modems. A lot of them only do 10-100. So you won't really have to worry about that. You do have BG and N wireless, so that gives you probably the best wireless you can get based on how much you can get through your internet service provider. It weighs very little. It doesn't weigh much of anything. It's very, very light. If you're looking for a strong, sturdy, light computer, I definitely recommend the HP G4-1117DX. I will include the link to Best Buy in the description. And I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you all next time.